But since we're talking about house of creativity, so I think the credit goes to Love. But I spoke to you, Sonakshi, 2 saal pehle, when you were sketching and posting, and we discussed the same thing, ki exhibition kyun nahi kar rahi ho? And you were like, हाँ karungi. At the moment, I'm just doing this.
Kar liya, dekha.
So how did this come about? I mean, Love, was your sister the catalyst? You saw, you know, the self-taught artist at home saying, iski tarah main baki artists ko bhi platform do.
No, actually, an ek cheez hai ki I can't take the credit for it myself. I think, I mean, the only thing I say is obviously because of everyone's schedule and because kabhi ho jata hai ki, you know, you just take on the responsibility, but I can't take the credit for it alone. I think it's a joint effort by all of us. And I think, nahi, shuruaat isliye hui because, that was the reason that I saw that my brother takes really good photographs. My sister's, you know, good artist, very good artist. So I felt ki, you know, if we just, it shouldn't just be for us. I personally believe that it should never just be for us.
So now, how has it changed over the 2 years? Because I know pehle you were making, you know, the face of Buddha and faces basically. So, and you are a self-taught artist. Now that was something that really intrigued me. So how come? I mean, since when did you realize that, you know, you had a flair for this? Or fir ladki acting mein chali gayi?
Honestly, I've been sketching since I was a child, or I used to not think much of it. It was not something that I did intentionally. Aap mere haath mein pen thama do, my hand will just keep moving on its own. And that's how I kind of kept developing the skill. And over the years, it kind of got very, very strong. So I used to sketch all the time. Then because I was good at sketching, I got into fashion school actually. That was the biggest reason for me because I used to make figures and faces and all. And I said, you know what next to do after school? So I said, fashion looks like a good choice for me to get into and find fashion designing. And then eventually, I think over the years, it kept getting better. My teacher in school was amazing. She let me kind of develop my own style. She didn't hamper it in any way or try to change it in any way. So I kept working on that. And then eventually I started painting. And painting, ek baar shuru kar diya, so I think there was no stopping me. I made like some 30 paintings at one go.
Wow.
So just trying to discover what style I can sort of lock on. And I'm still experimenting, still growing as an artist. And I love that process. I enjoy it. It's like meditation for me. And when the House of Creativity came about, I was like, you know what, this is genuinely the best step that all three of us as siblings can take because all three of us are very, very creative.
But how do you both manage? I mean, how do the three of you manage given your busy schedules? Because actors never get time off.
Well, Love manages the HOC bit, which is House of Creativity. For me to create my art, honestly, like I said, it's like meditation for me. So even if I'm feeling very, very tired, I come back, I just kind of lock myself up in my art room and let go of all worries, you know, like, and just on the canvas. So I feel like when there are things that you love to do, you don't have to go out of your way to make time for it. It just happens.
True. And Love, I know it's not just because your sister and brother are creative people, but also you've extended to other aspiring artists who may not get the platform because, you know, art galleries mein wohi bade naam hote hain, 20 figure stated, you know, and also art, everyone's interested in art, and to make it accessible, what was that process like?
See, we are primarily a startup, if I have to put it across, right? So we're growing also. So to have them grow with us, I think that's our biggest goal at this point in time. मतलब यही मेरा लक्ष्य था कि मैं उनको एक मतलब हो सकता है कि एक platform दे पाऊँ जिससे हम सबका भला हो, not just, you know, us. Like because honestly, if Sonakshi wants to show her artwork, she could, you know, just have put it up on Instagram also. But that's not the way to only go about things. You know, this is to be done in a serious manner, in a manner where, again, like, you know, it's not just seen as a hobby or time pass, because she is a serious artist and we want the world to know that.
So Sonakshi, any plans to like actually devote yourself more to it? I know there are films, they'll keep happening. You're flooded with offers, but this aspect of your life, planning to turn this into a full-time thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think because I feel so passionate about it, I think it'll eventually happen. Right now, my career is acting. Hopefully, I would want to make a career out of this as well, you know, and the process has started, which I'm very happy about. It's something that I had been sitting on for many, many years. Like they say, better late than never. And I feel now it's something that, because it's gotten such a positive response at the very beginning, the exhibition went off so well. So many people came up to me and appreciated my work. There were a lot of artists at the exhibition itself, and they were also encouraging. So it kind of gave me the push in the right direction. And hopefully going forward, yes, I will convert this into something that could be long. Yeah.
You know, it's also a very aspiring and inspiring thing also for people who, you know, they feel एक बारी acting में घुस गए, वो ही जिंदगी है, वो ही दुनिया है. But the way with this, you're actually saying you should have your options. You should have other fallback options and also pursue other passions, not only devote yourself to one. Because
absolutely, I think as in life, we should just do whatever makes you happy, I think. And life is also actually like the movies. We're playing many different roles. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm an artist, I'm a adventurer. To play all the roles as well as I can. So why not, you know? And like they say, life is too short. You have to do things that make you happy. And this is something that gives me immense happiness.
Sonakshi, I know the fact that I followed your career from your first film. You also do movies that, there was a time when you did movies, the movies that, you know, as you spoke, the commercial ones, over time it changed. You wanted to do movies that had a voice, that you could lend your voice to, that resonated with you. So now what can we expect from you? I know Double XL.
A complete mixed bag. Honestly, like I said, you know, you have to do everything that makes you happy. The commercial films, so to speak, gave me an audience, gave me a platform to be able to do the kind of films that I did after that, which were, you know, title roles and films that were completely resting on my shoulders. So I think now is the time to kind of experiment, do lots of different things. I only want to do roles that I've never done before. And it's a mixed bag of things, really. I can't really just say I want to do this particular type of thing or that particular type of thing. I want to do everything.
I was just pretty intrigued by the title of Double XL, because you're somebody who stood up against bullies of any sort.
Yes, always will. Always have, always will. That's something that I faced for the most part of my life, you know, growing up, being an overweight girl. And just being discriminated because of your size. I think that's something that I relate to a lot, even after I started my career, actually. So it was a no-brainer for me. I had to be a part of this film, and I would have gone behind them with a balan if they had gone to anybody else other than who might be for this.
I want to ask, who is the most sensitive out of the two of you?
I'm highly sensitive.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I think I'm the most sensitive person in the house.
No. No, there's a difference being sensitive and reacting to things she doesn't need to react to. So that, yeah.
Who's better at keeping secrets?
Better at keeping secrets? They are for sure.
No, I don't really have any secrets. Not like I'm doing.
They are best at keeping their own secrets.
Rebellious thing the two of you have ever done.
High school, I was late for an assignment, and वो desperation में कह सकते कि बचपना होता है, desperation होता है. I decided to like basically take a paragraph from another student, like basically, and then I got caught for it. And then when I got caught for it, instead of feeling sorry, in fact, I argued with Mama Papa. I said like, you know, it's fine. You know, I've been punished for it. So what? Like, let's move forward. So I think, and then I made it seem like I'm correct. So I think at that point, like I said, you know, bachpana tha and soch theek nahi thi. So for fighting for the wrong reasons, that's one of the examples I can think of.
I think I've been quite a model child, but the only stupid and funny thing I can remember is I think I was in the 8th standard or something, and I had a fight at home. They were not agreeing to something that I wanted or something, and I was like, okay, मैं घर छोड़ के जा रही हूँ. And I left the house and I went 2 lanes down the road to my best friend's house. And they knew exactly where I was. So they sent a car in the evening to pick me up.
एक दूसरे की intolerable habit या weird habit तो बता दो.
Weird habit. I don't like, they're always late. I'm very, very punctual. Yeah. No, every time we have to go for like some family function or some dinner and all, we are always waiting for y'all.
Papa is late, not for me.
all three men in the house are late. Let me just put it like that. And my mom and me are always on time.
That could just be that they're like, again, like I said, that could just be that they're like, they're just extra reactive or something. They just get ready 2 hours earlier. So
No. Nobody gets ready 2 hours early. We just...
And lastly, what is the one thing that you admire about each other? Because, the thing is, when siblings grow up, they get along better. I mean, I'm sure, do you also fight the way you did when you were 7, or you don't?
No, we used to fight a lot when we were kids.
Yeah.
And it always used to be 2 against 1.
Bichari.
Yeah, that's the problem. But
No.
now, not at all, actually.